Hello, this is part 4 in my video series on working with a simple paint application. My name is Mr. Beck. This is designed for my 8th grade Android programming class. So here we go. What we have right here is we have a basic program that when you click and in parts 1, 2, and 3, we set this up. This icon up here in the action bar and the color changes. Well, let's modify that a little bit, and let's make it so that every time we touch the screen, a new dot appears. And we'll make it appear at the location where the user has touched the screen. Okay? So in our getter setter class now, well, let's take a look here. Inside of main activity, we're getting a couple pieces of information. We're getting an X coordinate and we're getting a Y coordinate on touch event. Every time the user touches the screen, we know what X and Y are. And if you're in my class, you've had a fair amount of experience just working with that particular method. Well, and this is not the only way to do this by any means, but in my getter setter class, this is where I've decided I'd like to keep all my static variables that I want the rest of the program to have access to. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say, let's create two of them, public static, and this time it's a float because touch coordinates are decimal values. And I'm going to say X, and I'll set it equal to 200, which is inside a panel here. You can see that we're drawing our circle at 200, 200 in the initial program. So I'm going to give X and Y a starting value that matches that. Public static float Y equals 200F. All right. So at this point, if I went to the panel and I said, okay, every time we draw a circle, let's go ahead and draw it at, getter setter.x and getter setter.y. Now this is effectively not going to change the program right now because getter setter x and getter setter y at this point are always going to be 200 unless we change them somewhere else. So let's go to main activity where on touch event is happening. Instead of changing x and y here that exist as floats at the top of main activity, let's go ahead and let's modify the getter setter instead. So I'm going to say, okay, every time the user touches the screen, I want getter setter x to equal the motion event x value. And I would like getter setter.y to equal the touch value that the user has sort of created for us here. So I'm going to click Save. And, I'm going to go over to Panel. I'm going to make one more change here. Okay. I'm going to add a line here at the very top of onDraw. And I'm going to say, okay, every time this draw function is executed, I would like to canvas.drawColor, and in this case, color black. And you may have to hit Control-Shift-O to import the color class to get this, okay? And what that does is it clears the canvas, all right? For each loop or every time the draw method is executed. So it will cover the canvas with black, and then it will draw the circle. Okay, and so I'll let you take a look at that. If you comment it out and you run the program, you will find you get an interesting result. It's not an ideal result, I think. So we're going to clear the canvas every time the screen refreshes, and we're going to draw a single dot down here. All right, so The canvas is drawing a circle to the value of getter setter x, getter setter y, and we're modifying that every time the user touches the screen. I should see that work here by running the program. And here we are. So I'm now going to touch the screen and I get a new dot. Now, we have a problem here. I'll change the color and you'll see that the dot now chases the cursor. Now, we have a bit of a problem here, and that's that, okay, if I click here, you can see the circle is below the click. Well, that's because we have this action bar up here, and you can't always count on whether or not that action bar is showing. So this is where, sort of programming for Android becomes difficult because there are lots of different devices and there are lots of different potential scenarios that the user may be faced with just in terms of interface layout, what the screen looks like. We're not going to attempt to account for different device configurations, whether or not the action bar is here or not at this point, but we are going to make it work with this particular configuration. Okay, so the Y position is off right now. So I'm going to jump over to my my Eclipse, and inside of main activity, every time we gather the Y coordinate, in this case what works is I'm just going to subtract 100 from it. I'm going to say minus 100F. All right, so the user touches the screen, we get the X coordinate, we get the Y coordinate, we subtract 100 from it, and then we load it into our getter setter class. And that'll basically move the circle up. Okay? So I'm going to save this and run it. And here we are. So now when I touch the screen, you can see the dot does appear where it's touching, because in this particular case, I'm now accounting for that that distance here that the action bar is sort of taking up. It's pushing our canvas down a little bit. Yeah, and if I change the color, of course, that still works. And we are in business. So in the next video, we will continue sort of working with this application and just adding in some new features. So thank you for watching.
Hey guys, today we are going to learn about how we can get a free HTTPS subdomain from parse.com and upload our HTML and JavaScript files for free. Yeah, Parse allows HTML and JavaScript hosting for free. I'm into web application security, so I always needed a HTTPS account to test out the click-checking vulnerabilities in the HTTPS websites. So what you need to do, just sign up first for a Parse account. Just use these steps. Name your first app here, anything you like just Membuat app, anything you like. After the sign up, you need to log into your account. Okay, just go ahead and log in. Just log in. Okay, I have one app already created during the registration, so it's Google. Okay, what's the next step is you need to download the command line tool of Parse. I will paste this link in the description of the video. So once you download this CLI, you will have something like this. You need to rename this file to just parse.com to access from command prompt easily. After that, paste it in some hard drive, some folder in the hard drive. I pasted it in here. Okay, then just navigate to your directory, that is d parse cd parse. Okay, so to create a new app here, we need to enter parse new. This is a keyword to create a new app, and just name it just Membuat app, anything you like. Okay, it will say if you need to use the existing app on the account. Yeah, I would like to use my Google One app existing. I will enter the email address .com. Okay, password here. Okay, it will list the application that is available on the account. Okay, one. Yeah. Okay, a new folder is created on, and in this public folder we have the HTML that will go live. Okay, after that just go to settings. Once you have this project ready in your folder, okay, next go to hosting and enter the just anything you like, just the app, if that's available. Yeah, that's available. Okay, we are ready to go. Once we are here, just navigate to parsapp.com. Okay, our app is live. We can use the https. Yeah, we are secure. If you need to change the content, go ahead, write something. You are already hosting with the... Okay, we didn't see this. We didn't see anything. Okay, what's wrong? Okay, well, we have the project ready here, but we didn't reply it yet to our account. Okay, just click right, parse deploy. No, actually we need to first go into the directory cd just another app, the same directory we created. In that directory we need to paste this exe. Okay, we are in that application, parse deploy. Okay, it's gonna get deployed, uploading the files. Okay, files uploaded, refresh. Okay, we are done. Let's change the content to something. Congratulations to Swindre. I just saved it, then deploy again. Only the changed file will upload. Refresh. Okay, we are done. If you need to change some configuration of the application, you can change from this JSON file. Okay, it has the ID and password. I meant ID, application ID and the master key. You can find these keys in here. Okay, if you need to change something. So that was all for now. See you guys in next video. Thank you, Jasminder.